A good plan, violently executed now, is better than a perfect plan executed next week. General George S. Patton. And then apparently one for like the Red Army. Alright, so I'll note that in between the last save and this one, or last video I guess, I had a little bit of play sessions with the Netherlands and Sweden. I'll note there's basically a lot of like achievements you can basically get in this game. Such as with Sweden, like if you basically have all of like the, well, basically if you want to, basically you can try and like, grab the Nordic Empire to basically grab access to Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and Finland, and Iceland. There's like the Nordic Empire. I'll note at this point, basically in this, game, I basically started to lose because I basically paired up with the German Reich, and as you can see, they're getting their asses whooped by Republican Spain over here and the Allies, and I'm starting to lose my ground over here against the Soviets. So, yeah, not fun times over here for the most part, but whatever. This game's probably more or less done. This is probably a game down here that I basically play where there's basically an achievement if like you basically like have a faction including like all of like Denmark, Norway, Finland, and the other guys over here. Basically, we're fascist Sweden in this one, and I'll note this in this one. Basically, we're having a problem because basically what happens if you don't actually like join a faction like with the Germans, they actually have that ambition to actually go after like Denmark and go after Norway, and in this case, they're actually pushing up here into Denmark, and basically like have them all the way up to Copenhagen over here, basically. So very interesting game. I actually might want to play this one because. Well, for the most part, we got the Republican Spain over here, and I might be able to like make some of this game basically because I got like all these guys puppeted, and I can use all their manpower to do stuff and such. But whatever. Outside of them, I also play with the Netherlands. There's basically an achievement with the Netherlands if like you basically conquer Belgium and Luxembourg. I may actually do that, and like basically there's like my little empire. There's like the Belgian territories down there. I own like Belgium and Luxembourg over here. We got an achievement for it. Lots and lots of achievements to basically get in this game. But let's actually get into the actual gameplay now, because that's probably what you're really after at this point. Alright, so what am I going to do in this one? Alright, so last episode, I conquered Ecuador, Dominican Republic, and Cuba. So those are basically all out of the way. Basically, I now own, like, the Caribbean up here, Ecuador down here. I'm thinking in this episode, I want to unite my lands and go after Colombia. So we're basically going to start going after them. But before we go after them, I want to basically show off a few things. So I'll note that after you basically take Cuba up here, unlike all like the other like nations I basically had before this, Ecuador maybe has a little bit of oil in it, and these guys have like chromium, a little bit of oil down there, chromium over here. Cuba's very interesting because they have lots of chromium in them, and they also have a little bit of steel. So basically, Cuba's going to be like a really good supply of like making like say heavy tanks or battleships if I want to. I may want to start doing that soon. Besides that. Well, there's not a whole lot, as you say, other than the fact that I can go into Cuba here, and if I get myself access to the excavation-free technology, I can actually make it so that Cuba has a little bit more iron out of it, which would be good. So there's some things I basically want to do in this episode. Before we get to that, though, let's just get into my army. So I know that at this point we basically have like army here, army here, army here, a couple more armies there. I think at this point I want to basically get my army sort of like reorganized basically for a war in Colombia here. So I'm going to start basically reorganizing these guys. Let's see here. This guy down here, what I'm going to do with him, let's just have him form a front line over here. And his job is going to be like, possibly to push up into Colombia from the south. I'm going to have this guy's army down here. He's going to basically form a front line right there. And with these other armies, what do I want to do with the other armies for the most part? I'm not sure what I basically plan for like, this stuff before, so we're just going to basically make new plans right now. You guys can just join his army, so he basically has the full army down there. So basically, I've got like 2 full divisions down there for these guys. And I've got 15, 20, 24 troops over here. So basically, I've got like, you know, a whole like third army basically waiting to do stuff. Let's have these guys. Yeah, we'll send them down here as well, because basically I've got room for it, so they'll basically form a front line over here, I guess. Actually, you know what? Here's something you can actually note, by the way, about front lines. We're actually going to delete this guy's order. We're going to make him form a front line only if partially part of its, like, you know, border here. So let's have him basically go just that much for the front line. And I'm going to have this guy basically do a front line himself for right there. And the purpose for doing this is that I basically have like these guys basically divide into like, you know, 2 front lines, and I can make them do like two different things. So we'll have this guy if he just, you know, try and like, you know, force his way up to you know, the capital, and this guy can sort of like, you know, force his way down in this sort of general direction. Well, that guy's going to go up over here, I guess, so yeah, I sort of messed up with that. Let's just clear that, form us up again. This guy is going to have him sort of like form up over here, so I want basically to conquer the coast up there for the most part. And the final guy over here, he's going to like, you know, just manage to make his way all the way around over here, so just conquer down there in the south with him. Alright, you're going to join him in his army. And you know what? You guys join him down there. So we're going to get these guys all set up. Now, note by the way with Colombia here. Basically, I'm deciding to go after Colombia here because they've only got, like, you know, a little bit of troops here. So it's very possible I could overrun them before, like, they have a chance to really defend themselves. They do have a little air power and naval power. But if I take them out fast enough, it shouldn't be too much of an issue to take them on. So we're going to go after these guys. I'm going to just justify war goal to conquer them. It doesn't really matter who I go after, so well, let's just go after the capital. Get that underway. Now, I know at this point we basically have a low in resources here, so I gotta watch out for that, but whatever. Let's get a little bit more work done on my convoys. I'll know at this point, by the way, I may actually stop making convoys at some point because we basically have so many. I've actually already gotten the achievement where if you get 1,000 convoys, you basically get, like, you know, achievement for it, but whatever. And these guys here, I also have basically all like the, like, you know, stuff in here done for the most part, so it doesn't really matter what I go after for the most part. Let's just go after some, you know, support equipment here, I guess. Do that there. We're going to grab a little bit more iron from the States. Bit more apparently on top of that. Oh, I'm going after oil. That's why I'm not seeing it go down. There we go. That's fine. I'm just going to do a quick check here of this stuff. I'll note, by the way, that sometimes these, like, you know, designers, like, actually have, like, benefits to them. I don't think, like, you know, Honduras would have any. They obviously just, like, you know, have, like, the basic stuff here. Like naval company and such like that. But let's see here. I may want to start getting some of this stuff over here, for example. That's for carriers, that's for convoy rating. I wouldn't mind getting this at some point, but we're a little bit off from that, so whatever. I guess let's let our political powers build up for a little bit for now. That's fine. Alright, let's just get this underway. We'll basically unpause, let my guys start moving around. And these guys will move off fast enough, that's fine, so we don't really care about that too much. My ships probably should be, you know, my ship rider, I don't have ships, I just have one. He's just going to basically park himself up over in Havana up here, I think. Or he's going to get massive forces on Colombia's border. Alright, apparently got too many guys over here, so... one thing I could possibly do over here is just like build up like, infrastructure. We're just going to put this up here and this up here. I may want to move his guys just back for now, so they don't eat up supply on me, so... You just get back over to Panama. Here's cruiser effort done. Now I'm actually going to go at this point and start researching extra research slot 2. Once you basically have 50 factories, which is like the total amount of like, military factories, naval dockyards, and civilian factories, you can get like an extra research slot, so I want to do that now. And yeah, it's bad supply, so... Move these guys back this way. I was possible thinking, by the way, I might do a naval invasion of someone else, but with Colombia, they've got so many ships, I wouldn't dare do that, and, well, I wouldn't want to dare against, like, someone who's actually going to be able to, like, to do something about it, so... We're not going to worry about that, basically. Okay, we're just going to extend that up here a little bit. It still can technically work if I want to, like, send these guys up through, like, just the top part here. This massive bludgeoning force of, like, 48 troops coming down from Panama. And then you can just go hit from here then. Now something I want to do at this point, just to quit Indian movement. So Indians' call for independence have intensified lately. Now things have come to a head as the radical Quit India movement has called for the United Kingdom to leave the country as soon as possible. British authorities were quick to react, however, and have cracked down on the movement, arresting several leaders in the dawn raids on homes across India. Reports prepared by the special branch indicates that many sympathizers are still at large, however, and many in the civil service have expressed fears that more extremist elements in the movement may even resort to violence. Yet another doomed attempt at freedom. And the United States stands against fascism. As the lands of the free, the United Kingdom States considers itself the natural enemy of fascism in all its forms across the world. With the aggression of the German regime, they are at present the greatest enemy of the world, built on the liberal principles the United States adheres to. With this in mind, and the approval of the American Congress, Franklin Delano Roosevelt has issued a warning to the German Reich. Unless the German Reich resists their political course, the United States will take action against them. While no course of action was specified, the implied threat of war lies heavy between the two countries. This will not have a peaceful resolution. So basically, once this basically happens, the United States has like a reason to go to war if Germans didn't want to. We'll see what they're basically going to do next. Yep, there they go. And crap, that's something I don't want to see them doing. I'll note, by the way, that the Americans basically have access to a bunch of stuff over here for something called Pax America. If they get this, I won't be able to declare war in any more South American places. So I may only be able to go after Colombia, and then we won't be able to go to war without the U.S. basically looking at us and saying stop that. So this might be the last South American war, or a American war I'll be doing. So we'll see. You know what? Let's just get this now. Yeah, I'll just get that for now. Just to cut down my, like, political points a little bit because I got so many. Let's get this right now. Yeah, there's the United States joining the Allies, so there's basically the last, major power basically going into, like, the World War II, for the most part. Basically, we've got the Germans and, Japan in their greater eastern coast here, going after, like, the Soviet Union, the Allied forces and all that. And then we've also got, like, just the basic other wars as well. Basically everyone's at war with each other at this point. So let's pick one side or the other if you go into war with them. With that war basically up there. I'm not planning to join World War II, but I might actually do it, like, just by accident, so there's that could happen. We'll see. Now, something I want to do here, by the way, is I actually want to train these guys up a little bit, because some of these guys don't have their full experience yet, so let's do that right now. And you can see some American troops jumping over here in British Mexico. There's a light cruiser researched. Now, I've been wanting to get the light cruiser up here for, pretty cheap. And I'm thinking about possibly doing that, or else I could also go up here with, like, the heavy cruisers and stuff. But I think we'll just keep going on this path for now, because I'll obviously get up to the better light cruisers for now. So wars being fought against the Soviet Union up here. Looks like the Japanese are also fighting the Soviets up there as well, so that'll be interesting to see. Usually you don't see the Japanese go after Soviets, but in this case they are with this scenario. So it's very interesting. Let's start researching this now. And the Union Free Empire has capitulated, so the British Raj has basically charged into them, taking them out. Now, no boy, the Chinese are very weak when they're puppeted by Japan, I find, so it's really Japan that's going to be doing all the work basically over here for the most part. And the battles are just going on everywhere. For some reason, he's not really doing anything up here, the Germans. They should be pushing in, but they aren't for some reason. I don't know what he's up to, but he should be doing more. He's got the divisions to kick ass, right? Okay, cool, you're done. You're full. You're ready. Get these guys to replenish their organization a little bit. Cool, assembly line production's done. You know, I'm tempted to start going down here to get like this stuff as well, but we'll hold off on that for now. Let's get that for now. There's the light cruiser done. You know, I'm thinking at this point I really should start to get fighters because I might want to get them at some point, but I think with time as it is, we could probably get away just going with, like, you know, this for now. By the way, I'll note that the Americans have some sort of special, you know, basically thing they can do where they can actually take away Newfoundland from the United Kingdom, so they basically can ship their troops over to, like, you know, the New Worlds and all that. It's something that, like, you know, the Americans get access to. Basically, if they want to, they can grab access to, like, Bermuda and Newfoundland just to extend their fleets a little bit so they can, like, cross the Atlantic because they only got so much access to, like, you know, what they can do. Yep, that's coming up soon. Let's grab our weapons. And at this point, I think we'll go after capital ship effort at this point for now. Why not? Start building up our, you know, our technology of battleship and stuff. Oh, Switzerland joined the Allies. So, sometimes this happens. Basically, you see, like, the Germans go after Switzerland over here, so they're gonna get squished. Be fun to see. This shouldn't last too long because, like, you know, there's a small nation. They'll put up a little bit of fight, these guys, though. Yep, there's Italy, you know, pushing up toward Bern. There's a hit over there. They split the country, so these guys are done at this point. They got no supplies over here now, so they'll cave in quickly. I'm not sure, but I've been skipping this stuff. Alright, whatever. Let's just read this stuff here. So, Hungary claims overlordship over Slovakia. The Hungarians have raised claims that Slovakia should once more be a part of their nation, either as an integral part or an autonomous region. An ultimatum to this effect has been issued, backed with the threat of force, and diplomats from several European nations are in a frenzy trying to find a peaceful solution to the latest crisis. Let us hope they work it out peacefully. So, these guys basically, they want to have Slovakia up here, so they want to eat up Slovakia here. They're actually part of the Axis, these guys, so that'll be kind of interesting, but that's something that Hungary can do. The German Reich caved to Hungary. After ample deliberations, the German government under Adolf Hitler has decided to give in to Hungarian demands. They have accepted the Hungarian control over Slovakia, preferring to appease Michael's Horvitz to their peace. Undoubtedly, this will strengthen Hungarian resolve to future dealings with their weakened neighbors. At least peace will be preserved. Technically that'll be peace. Sure, why not? So there's Greater Hungary basically taking off, you know, Slovakia. If I look at Slovakia now, they should be a puppet. Yeah, they're basically a puppet of the Greater Hungarians. So Bern fell. Zurich is now the capital. And they unite themselves over here again. I don't expect Switzerland to last too long here because, you know, they're just being crushed. They're in between Italy and Germany. It's like a rock and a hard place, so... Yeah, these guys are crushed. There goes Zurich. That should be it for them because, you know... Switzerland's capitulated on certain times. All done. Eaten alive. Alright, let's get these guys to start working on my battleship, so... You know what, let's actually go after Battlecruiser, why not? Then I get Battlecruiser 2, and I can get Battleship 3. Get the Battlecruiser research done. Four more days. Oh, good. They're not going after Pan America right now. So they're going for office services over here, which is, you know, something else. Basically, gives them decryption for stuff, so that'll help them out a lot. Waiting, waiting, waiting. That's all we're doing right now. Mongolia is taking a beating. But the British are basically pushing up over here and over there, so they're doing pretty well. Looks like Greece is trying to fight them, you know, over here. Someone's trying to fight to Greece. For Greece, rather. I think they're trying to do a naval invasion over here. Someone is. So yeah, someone's doing a naval invasion over here and, like, you know, over there, I think. Or they were, but they failed. We'll gradually see this front close in at some point, but it's going to take a little bit to get there, I think. But it looks like they're, like, you know, Germans are really committing to battle against the Soviets at this point. They're closing in on Minsk. How long until, like, you know, the provinces in Belarus or Ukraine fall, we'll basically see. Now, note, by the way, that you really have to be careful when you're fighting these battles, by the way. Over here, for example, the Germans are basically trying to attack across a giant river, so they're having lots of difficulty, where, like, as they're, like, pushing down toward here, they're having less difficulty because there's, like, you know, just flat plains and stuff. You really want to pick your battles. For sure. Let's go after our destroyer effort, I think, next. Yeah, Germans slowly expanding this way. Bit by bit. It's a long slog, basically, for Germans to basically get over here to Moscow. Moscow or Stalingrad or Leningrad. Alright, our justification is done against Colombia, so we can go to war against them. Let's do that. These guys should, like, you know, fall over pretty quickly. I might have to actually go after these guys as well over here, but they got a lot more divisions to deal with, so not sure yet. I can probably take these guys on. Maybe. And we'll basically see. Let's just watch my guys, you know, crush these guys here. So, massive, you know, attacks all over the place. Looks like they're mostly defending themselves in the south. So these guys can, you know, just walk right in. No, thank you. We're not going to join your faction, so let's remove that, you know, thing right there. That's really annoying when they do that. They're like relentlessly attacking you like this, but whatever. They're basically trying to slow me down up there. What I really need to do is have some of these guys just, you know, attack him. Some of these guys can go attack him. Well, whatever, they went up there, that's fine. There's their fleet up there, by the way. So if I take that out, they'll have nowhere to put their ships other than, like, you know, right there, maybe? That might be a port. That might be the only airport they have up there. We'll see. I'm almost up to the Belgrade over here, which is cool. Let's just send these guys right there. There's one port out of the way. Getting some factories because I'm capturing their, like, factories and stuff. He actually has quite a few troops, this guy, but I still have way more. Oh, we connect ourselves, so that's cool. Really, I need to have you guys go there. You can go here. One of these guys can just go up here to capture that land. Maybe stop him from moving around there. That guy's retreating. Oh, we took Bogota. And that's all we basically need to take him on. So, Colombia just fell. There's all the states basically add to my own. So there's, like, you know, the Central American Empire taking up Colombia. Alright, now, something to know about Venezuela over here. They don't have any ships. They have, like, Air Force and they have troops, but they don't have any ships. So I gotta do naval landings on these guys. And may want to do that if we go after them. So you'll probably be making your way up over to... let's go over here too. Right there. We're going to have these guys form a defensive line. Like so. And you guys just form one over here. Maybe I'll adjust those lines so that, like, you know, this goes up over here, so... let's have your front line just expand like that. And yours is just going to back off a little bit to... right there. Your guys' goals will be, like, you know, is to push up over to, like, you know... right there. And yours is just going to be to, like, go like so. That'll be their attack plans. Let's just get this set up. We'll justify war goal. Yeah, we'll go for that one right there. Only going to take me 125 days for this one. That's cool. And when you get up there, I'll have him plan naval invasion. Alright, so that's basically out of the way. I got a lot of stuff being produced for sure. So note, by the way, I'm waiting for, like, you know, 1944 to get the SAS freeze and TAC bomber freeze for, like, you know, my stuff to basically use. That's why I haven't really been, like, doing anything but, like, you know, just weapons, support equipment, and stuff like that. But there is something else I could be building, and that's actually trucks. I think it might be a good idea to start building some of these. So let's just do that now. This will take some oil, some, you know, rubber, and some steel to do, so we need to get more of that stuff. Let's get a little bit more steel from you. And we'll get rubber from... Well, that sucks. But I basically have to use ships to basically get the rest of the stuff. Alright, well, whatever. Let's go to the British Malay over here to get our rubber. Why not? We'll get some oil too, I guess, so... let's get it from Mexico, because they're not at war with anyone. Just get that going a little bit there. That's fine, I think. I got some planes in reserve, you know. I haven't really been using planes because, like, you know, they're just basically interwar fires I basically have right here, but whatever. Why not just drop some planes somewhere? I think I got an Air Force of just 8 planes. Hooray! You know what? You guys just, you know... go for interception on anything going after his army. Why not? Let's go with his army instead. Okay, let's just get these guys in position over here. You apparently took some casualties, that's kind of sucky. Yeah, there's actually things free, so let's go over to Cuba here. So, yeah, basically I can go in here and expand my iron ore mine, so we'll do that now. You know, we're about to get this right now, so let's just start getting our last bit of construction stuff out of the way. You guys start training. Now, I think something I want to do before I basically forget, I actually haven't been upgrading these guys at all. So I've only still got like the combat width of 14 over here, which is kind of silly. I should actually have a little bit more of like, you know, well, basically this stuff going on with these guys. So let's expand these guys up a little bit. We'll get up to at least 16. 16 is like, you know, basically a multiple of 80. So, you know, basically, like, if I have, like, 5 of these, like, you know, troops going at it, they won't, like, you know, interfere with each other. You're going to plan naval invasion to blah, blah, blah. So here's, like, you know, because they're fascist, too, I get a little bit more stuff about them, so Central American Empire prepares for great struggle. The Venezuelan are proud people, like us, who will not part easily with power. However, they must also realize that power is what ultimately determines victory, and that the trajectory of our great civilization can only end in a clash. Steel yourselves for a struggle to come, young men of Central American Empire, for Venezuela will not be taken without spilling the blood of both ourselves and our enemies. The possibility of an understanding between the similarly minded governments of Venezuela and Central American Empire have given way to a campaign to take the territory by force. Although not entirely without grudging respect for our enemies, Sebastian Escalon still holds no doubt about who is superior. History will be written through our victory. So blah, blah, blah. Let's get this going. And at this point, let's get ourselves naval air defense. Guess we can all train these guys now, so let's do that. Oh, the fall of Hong Kong. Troops from the Empire of Japan have captured the British Crown Colony of Hong Kong after breaking through the Jim Jinkers line and landing on Hong Kong Island itself. The situation soon became untenable for defenders, and the governor surrendered in person at the Peninsula Hong Kong Hotel, where Japanese had established their headquarters. After a brief ceremony, a new Japanese governor was installed, who announced the new Hong Kong to the world, free of Western colonialism. Significant development. I'll note by the way that Hong Kong fell very shortly after, like, you know, the start of World War II, I believe. There's actually a little bit about, you know, how Canadians were sent over to defend it, and, like, you know, basically they all died. Sad for them, but there goes basically, like, you know, Japan taking off Hong Kong. Yeah, they're still taking out. I'll note by the way that over here, these supply regions really suck for, like, whoever's basically holding them, because there's not very good supply over here in, like, you know, Asia. It's going over here. They're still trying to make their way over mixed. I'll have to say, these guys are kind of stalled here, which is not very good for them. You really want to have, like, you know, a really good push into Russia with, like, you know, the Germans. And apparently, you know, Dominion of Canada's over here invading Sicily, because, you know, go Canada! Why not? That's their job, invade people for the British. Slowly building up roads. Lots and lots of roads. I'm still building up these roads over here because, you know, they still have to get done. And there we go. Finally, I got guys' army ready. All these guys are slowly training up. Something else we want to add to these guys is give them some support artillery, so let's do that now. That'll actually hurt their, like, you know, organization and stuff a little bit more. I'll have to train even more, but whatever. They'll get a little bit tougher. Now, I wonder what battlecruiser falls under. Is this like a light cruiser type thing or a battleship type of thing, I wonder. But let's just get this done and out of the way. Get battlecruiser 2 researched. There's a submarine effort done. Let's get destroyer effort next. There's not a whole lot of stuff for like, non-major powers basically research for like, national focuses. But there's enough. He's still working on that. I may go for something else at some point, but let's hold off on that. We'll hold our political power for now. Looks like, Japan's taking a major chunk out of Russia over here. Good for them, I guess. Now, this might be very stupid what I'm about to do, but at this point, basically, I feel like we've conquered enough. Like, we basically got to see a little bit about conquering stuff. I'm actually going to show you off this here at this point. Basically, we're going to send an attache over here to like the Germans. We'll receive military intelligence data sharing. Basically, we'll like get some intel on what they're basically doing. They're going to basically get access to division organization a little bit more. Planning speed will go up a little bit. We're basically going to be able to get like a little bit of like war support for ourselves as well as like some arm experience, and we'll basically get to see what Germans are basically up to. So let's send this to him and see what he says. He accepted it, so we basically get to see a little bit what the the Germans are doing over here. So there's like the American troops or not American, Soviet troops and German troops basically fighting and all that stuff. They're basically fighting all across the front here. And then there's like Greece over here. Basically, basically the Americans are helping out Greece over here. Is what's happening over there. And Italy is doing something over there, but we can't really see because we don't have an attached to them. I could do one with them as well, but well, I think we'll hold off on that. We're basically going to like allocate this 50 to our Germans right now. We'll save this for like myself if I need it, I guess. Speaking of that, do I have anything to upgrade for these guys? He's got naval liaison. Okay, I do have like infantry leader over here, so this is really cool. Infantry leader basically lets you like get like infantry expert or ambusher, which are very nice. I might go for this if I can. I need to get this guy up a level for it to be, effective for any gap or whatever. I could get on this guy though, or I could get this guy to be an organizer. I might do that with him because, I wouldn't mind having ourselves a field marshal at this point, so possibly let's promote, whoops, I didn't even do that. Let's just promote this guy, I think. We're just going to promote him for, a cost here. He's temporarily going to lose his skill level while just doing new responsibilities, but he'll be basically a field marshal. That'll basically make him put him right here. And we're just going to throw everyone into this like thing. Basically what this does is it's going to let him basically, give these guys giant bonuses and such. So basically now get all the stuff access for him to get. I could get logistics wizards, so less supply consumption, planning speed, more max planning, organizes loss from moving. Tons of stuff you can basically get if you want to. Oh, this guy's got an invader on him. Didn't know that, but whatever, that's cool. Let's just give this guy access to this for now. That's going to basically get, all my supply, things here. I can't really spend any more to get anything else from him. Now this needs a new commander, so let's just purchase a new one of those. There's this guy now. He's going to be my new commander. for that little like group. And this guy has nothing, so he didn't get enough experience for anything over here, but he'll still like, get experience for stuff, and then, you know, we can possibly get upgrades on him as well. Haven't really been doing it. I should be doing it a little bit more because it really improves your generals quite a bit if you know, get them traits. It'll stop you from doing stuff, stop you from doing stuff, stop you from doing stuff. Now, I don't know how long I've been recording, so I'm just going to stop it right here and to see how long I've been recording, and then we'll pick up from there if it's like, you know, been like, you know, only a little bit, but let's just stop it right here for a moment. And yeah, I'll note that at this point, basically, we've been going for about 50 minutes, so let's just end this video right here for the most part. Next time I'll basically hit Venezuela. We'll basically take like the top half of like, you know, South America here. And we'll try to decide what we're going to do after that, I guess. I probably won't go to war with anyone because, you know, the Americans will probably have like Pax America on. But, well, we'll get to that when we get to that for now. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and just take care. Currently I'm in the 27th place, got the score 12. So where am I in the grand scheme of things? I am basically right there. I'm behind Iran, apparently. Oh well. Hopefully I'll improve that a little bit to get, like, you know, into like the 10th spot. I can do a little bit better in, like, you know, 27th, I think. Alright, I'm done. Take care.